This is the 12.5 guided practice with Mr. B, and I'm going to be doing the odds. So what we have are isosceles triangles, meaning that if this angle is the same as this angle, that means this side is going to be equal to this side. Now, what you can do is an isosceles triangle, the easiest way to look at it is like this. So this side is equal to this side, then this angle is equal to this angle, and vice versa. So if you ever need to, feel free to just switch it. So for example, if I were to switch it to look like, pretty much flip it, I would just have x over here and then 8. So then what I could do is just say x is equal to 8. So for like number 3, if I needed to flip it just for visual, and I knew that this side is equal to this side, I would know that x would be up here, and then we have 67 down here, and then since it's an isosceles triangle, 67 will also be down here. And then since it's asking you to find the value of x, I would do 180 minus 67, and then minus another 67, and it'll give me 46 degrees. So x is equal to 46 degrees. So again, because all these have to equal 180 degrees on the inside. So 1's good, 3 is good. All right, so here's our 2 sides. So that means measure 2 is going to equal 70 degrees. So I'm just going to put x plus 77 is going to be equal to 70 degrees. I'll minus 77, so x is then going to be equal to negative 7. And that's good too. All right, so this side is equal to this side, so this is a base angle. So that means this is going to be a base angle, so that's 52. And then, so if I add all 3 of these up, so this angle, 52 plus measure 2, it's going to have to equal 180. So I'll have 52 plus 52, and then plus our measure 2, which is 11x plus 10, and that's going to be equal to 180. I'll combine like terms by adding 10, 52, and 52, so that'll be 104 plus 10, which is 114. So 11x plus 114 is equal to 180. Then I'll minus 114 on each side, so 180 minus 114 is going to be 66. So 11x is 66, so then x is going to be equal to 6. All right, and then this one is an equilateral, so all of these angles have to equal 60. But this measure 2 here, so this measure 2 goes right down here. So I can just say that since all of these angles are the same, because these sides are all the same and it's an equilateral, that angle has to equal 60 degrees. So x plus 66 is going to be equal to 60. So I'm going to minus 66 on each side, and I'll get x is equal to negative 6. And it's okay to get a variable that has a negative 6. It's just you can't have an angle that's a negative number. All right. So since this angle is equal to this angle, this side is going to be equal to this side. And so I would have 7 is equal to x plus 16, minus 16 on each side, and x is going to be equal to 9. Check my answer, that's good to go. This side is going to have to equal this side because of this angle equals this angle. So x plus 14 is equal to 7. So x then will be equal to negative 7 after I minus 14 on each side. All right, this one, don't really even worry about this right here. It's just still a triangle. And I know that since all these sides are the same, every one of these angles has to equal 60 degrees. So if measure 2 is equal to 9x minus 3, I also know it equals 60 degrees. So we can find out what x is then. So I'll add 6, so 9x is equal to 63. Divide by 9, and x is going to be equal to 7. And that one's good too. All right, a couple more here. So that this one, these are a little bit trickier, but let's just take this triangle right here and just work out one triangle at a time. So the top's 54. So if the top is 54, what I would do is I would just do 180 minus 54, and that's 126. So since this is isosceles, this angle has to equal this angle, right? So take that 126 degrees and divide it by 2. So that means this is equal to 63, and this is equal to 63. Now we have vertical angles here, right? The Mr. V rule. So we've got vertical angles here. So 63 would be here as well. And then this side is equal to this side. So the base angles, 63 and 63. So then from there, knowing what I did in the previous triangle, this x would equal 54. All right, same idea here. I'm just going to start. I know this has to be 66. So 66 plus 66 is going to be 132. This triangle has to be equal to 180, right? So what I'm going to do is 180 minus 132. That's going to be 48 degrees. And then we have vertical angles here. So I'll have 48 over here. And then again, it'd be the same as in with this one here. Since this top angle is 48, and, oh, I'm sorry, then this one, then this base angle would be 48 right here. And then this top angle, this x right here, would be equal to 66. And you can do that by the math by just adding 48 plus 48, and then minusing that from 180, and you will get 66 degrees, except for it says that I'm getting the wrong answer here. 19 says it's 84. So let's take a quick look. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I assumed wrong. So this is what I did. Let me erase this real quick. Oops. All right. So I know from the Mr. V rule that this is going to be 48, right? And then this side is going to be equal to this side, so the base angles are going to be 48 and then 48. And then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 180 minus 48 and then minus another base angle, which is 48, and I'm going to be left with 84 here. So then when I add all these three, it's going to equal 180. So x is going to be equal to 84 degrees. It's a good thing that I checked my answers so I know which ones I'm getting wrong and how I'm doing them wrong. All right, that's all I have for you today. Make sure that you email me or stop in if you need any help. Thanks a lot.